Now this just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description.
Did you like the intro? Hey, this is all improv, so like if this video isn't like the best quality, that's why. I'm basically just going to do some stories that I have from my middle school years. The school I went to as a middle schooler was like just garbage, I guess, but like I like my time there. From the experience I have a good amount of stories I could tell, really just short stories. I don't really have that much, but yeah, I decided, you know what, I can't do a horror video for this Christmas. I wasted too much time procrastinating, not doing what I was supposed to, so this is what we got. Short stories by Natural IT, my stupid middle school. Okay. After too much time of looking for this thing so I can tell these stories, I finally got it. Alright, I have a list. I'll probably put a screenshot of it of talking points I wanted to talk about. Alright, so in middle school, it was my 8th grade year, I believe, and I had actually been told that I wasn't going to graduate from the school I was going to because I had been late and missed a lot of school, and I was tardy like a good amount of time. So they said that if I don't get my attendance up to 80%, which I was only at like a 79 or something, I was like 78 or something like that, but they said if I don't get my attendance to 80%, I couldn't graduate with my class, or I couldn't walk on the stupid stage, whatever it was. So in my class it was like a college prep class as middle schoolers. We had a thing called fishbowl speaking, where we had to pull out like a piece of paper out of a fishbowl. I'll probably pop up a picture here, and when you draw your paper, it gives you a prompt that you had to speak on. My prompt was, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why? And my response was, I would want the power of flight so I could stop being late to school. I was that nerdy that I said I wanted to stop being late to school. I mean, nerdy, yeah, but also I just didn't want to not graduate, like, after I put in so much schoolwork. And if you're wondering why I look like I just came from like a snow cap or something, I was just at like a birthday party and it's literally snowing outside, so yeah, I'll probably put a video or something up. Alright, next one. Oh, okay, so also to do with the class I was in, we're gonna call it DIVA. In the DIVA class, the college prep class, we took a lot of field trips. We went to colleges, and when we did this thing where they're trying to get everyone to know each other better, I guess, and we had to go to like the middle of nowhere. We were like in the woods or something. There was like a site that they had set up, and we had to do like obstacle courses and stuff like that. They split the class into 2 groups or something. We just were walking, doing a whole bunch of stuff, talking about, I don't know, God knows what we were talking about that day. But we got to this cliff, and if you look up, there's a harness like 40 feet up in a tree and a rope. That is literally all they have. Oh, and a ladder, like next to the cliff. And they tell us that we are going to climb the ladder, put the harness on, and swing over the cliff. Like 200-foot drop. Oh my God! Oh geez, oh my God! Me, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But didn't really have a choice because like everyone went, like my whole class. Somehow, almost without like hesitation, they're all like, okay. I think I was literally the last person to go. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna sit this one out. And everyone was like, no, you gotta do it. So I was like, fine. I got up on the ladder, which was actually somehow the scariest part of the whole situation, because it's like a ladder over a cliff. So I climb the ladder, I get up, and I look over. I had the hardest on already. It was too late. All of a sudden, my classmates, they start pulling me, like pull me up to the top of the tree, and it's up to me to pull this little
Pause!
To pull this, I don't know what it is. It's like a hook or something. I have to unlatch it, and it will swing me like this over a cliff, like back and forth, like 5 times or maybe more. I don't know. So everyone, I'm looking. I don't want to do it. I'm having second thoughts. I'm like, maybe I should get back down. It's too late. The class is like cheering me on. I'll pull the hardest. Nothing happened. I'll pull the thing again, and nothing happened. And on my 3rd try, I'm hoping the thing is like faulty. Like it just after like 20 students, it decided to stop working on me. So I pull it again, and my heart.
He needs some milk. Me.
My heart dropped. My heart literally dropped. Like I'm sitting here and I kind of go like that and then swing, because it drops you from like an elevated position kind of. I'm never doing that again. It looks like these next few are going to be really short. In 6th grade science class, we were talking about like reproductive organs and stuff like that. If your mom never told you about the birds and the bees, or your dad, then I don't know what to tell you. My parents didn't either, but like you should know, I'm assuming. Anyways, so we're talking about that, and for some reason, I guess I just didn't know at the time that only a man and a woman can like make a child. So I asked the teacher. I said, "How do 2 women make a kid?" Because you get what I'm saying. How does that work? And the whole class started laughing at me. I was like, "Oh, okay, so that's stupid." But somehow I didn't think to wonder, how do 2 men make a kid? Anyways, okay, so at my school, as I said, it was a pretty crummy school. It was run down, broke, a lot of stuff. My program that I told you about, the DIVA program, we only were able to do it because like we were sponsored by Nike, I heard. I don't know if that was like a rumor or not, but the rest of the school was just broke. And we had a lot of fights, like a fight every other day, every week or something like that. So having fights, like it would clutter the hallway. At first, like as a 6th grader, you're like, then you get like a week or 2 in, you're like, this is annoying. So I think it was my 8th grade year. I'm tired of fights. I hate this stuff now. And all of a sudden, one just breaks out in the middle of like an intersection, like a T intersection. This is the T, and the fight's right here. And I'm probably like right where this figure is. So I'm trying to go past, I'm trying to go through to the other side, and they're blocking it. And all of a sudden, the SMTs or something like that, they come around the corner and they're like,
break it up. Anyone who's still here in the next anyone who's still here in the next 10 seconds is getting a referral immediately.
Bro, I was trying to, the whole time I'm trying to go, and these people are literally fighting in the middle of the freaking hallway. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm getting a referral. Everyone's trying to push each other to get by now so they don't get a referral. I had never got a referral. I was a goody 2-shoes at school, so I was like, that's not happening to me. I don't remember what happened after that. I didn't get a referral though after that. Okay, this one is stupid. So a lot of you know that stepping on someone's shoes is almost grounds for a fight immediately, especially if their shoes are expensive. So in 6th grade, I was in PE class and we're going around the gym just in like a circle. I step on this kid's shoes completely by accident, but he turns and he just looks at me like, so I kind of just stare at him back, and we're kind of just looking at each other. The whole time we're still walking in a circle, and he had 2 other friends with him, so it wasn't like I was gonna try to fight him or something like that. I just didn't want to punk out. If you know that one J. Cole song, there's like a lyric, he says, "I kept a tough demeanor on the surface, but was mostly just pretending." That was literally what was happening. I didn't want to fight. I was 5'2", like 120 pounds or something like that, and he had like 3 people with him. So like I'm trying to keep a tough face but not do anything. My mom had like this one rule growing up. She said, never start a fight for any reason, but if you do get in a fight and you lose, don't come back home.
Incredible.
So that wasn't an option for me. Why would I fight 3 people and lose?
Fight back. like that.
Anyways, I don't remember how that got broken up or like what happened. I think one of his friends probably just laughed or something and we just moved away. Oh, another time I almost got in a fight was when so there's a kid I had a class with, and I don't remember his name, but he had a brother. If you see Crip Mac, the dude all tatted up, and he always says,
I'm gonna keep it 55 straight.
that's how this kid looked, but he was like not the same height, probably a foot shorter, because we're middle schoolers, like 6th graders. So all of a sudden, I see Crip Mac's brother's locker open, and I'm like, okay, let me close this, because I know people be stealing all the time. So I go over to close the locker. I'm pushing it. The thing is not shutting. So he must have been pushing on his locker too before he just gave up on it, or he never noticed that it didn't shut. So I keep doing it, but to someone else's perspective, to Crip Mac's perspective, it looks like I'm trying to break into his brother's locker. So he comes over, he slams that locker. He's going off of me, and he's like bucking up at me. And the whole time I'm just backing up. I'm trying to like get away. But then he just gives up, I guess. He realized I wasn't gonna try to fight him. That's not really a good story, huh? My last one is, okay, so we had how can I say this without getting age restricted? We had a scooting lockdown, not a drill, a scooting lockdown. And I was an office aide, so I had to like sit in the main office with like 2 other students, and we like helped the people at the office out, you know, and all of a sudden they're like, get to the back of the, go to the back area of the office. And let's say that wasn't a mirror, it's like a glass. That's basically what they sent me to. Like, they sent me and my 2 office aides like back there, so you could still see completely through. Like, the person who was supposed to be doing the scooting literally could have seen us if they really wanted to. And we hid there for like a good 20 minutes to an hour. I don't remember how long it was, but we kind of just like sat there. We were talking, even though we weren't supposed to. And we're like, what do you think is happening? And one of the people was like, somebody's mom is mad or something, I guess, with like the faculty. So she was planning to come up and do a scooting, or to the teachers, I guess. I don't know what was happening. I still don't know like what actually happened. But there was a safe, actually. There was a big safe, like probably 6 by 4 feet or something. That said that if the person comes into the school, I would go in there and lock the safe. Like, I wasn't gonna let anyone in there. And they didn't take like offense to it, but they kind of just laughed, because I'm pretty sure they would have done the same thing. There was probably room for the 3 of us, but I wasn't taking that risk. If they're gonna take too long to get up and go, I was just gonna leave them out. But yeah, that sums up all my stories. I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine ever since elementary school, and you should definitely go check out her art. Even if you don't check out her art, follow her. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. I'm trying to remember what I said in my last Christmas video. Don't forget you're worth it. Black All-Star.
This is definitely an all-star.
Signing out, Dash RT. Thank you for watching. Peace. I hope I played that good music.
So I'm offering this simple phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.